Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at GLMR. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. So let's take a look at the daily chart, and what we can see is that we are breaking out of this channel down pattern, and we're about to print a bullish cross on the daily chart. So the 20 EMA, the yellow line, and the red line are about to cross. This was a really bullish signal all the way back in October or was this November? Yeah, the start of November 2023. After that, we proceeded to go all the way up to 64 cents. So after that bullish cross had occurred, we went up approximately 223%. And then after that, we retraced and printed a higher high. And from there, we had a pretty significant correction of approximately 82%. This was like a bear market-like correction for GLMR. So brutal for anyone holding GLMR throughout the past year or so. Obviously, we broke down below the October low briefly, but nonetheless, we did break down below it, so that was not a very good sign. And we were waiting for some of these extension levels on the Fib to be met. Since this was lost, these become our targets. You lose support, you have more targets to the downside. So 10.5 cents roughly was our first target. We did not end up going down that low. Instead, we printed a double bottom pattern over here, as you can see, and that's our neckline there. We're about to break it. Once we break it, we might have a good chance of continuing this rally. So the target would be approximately 24 cents. So that would be your target from this double bottom pattern. And then of course you can target this local top from July, which matches nicely with the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement. And the Fibonacci is set up from the top all the way back in March down to the bottom in October, September 2023. So once we can establish that this is a serious breakout, this is not a fake out, we'll take a look at the volume indicator on the weekly, and we'll see if we have a confirmation on the weekly as well, if we can break above those resistance levels there. But on the daily, it doesn't look very good. There's not a lot to really cover because we're sitting at our September 2023 lows. We need to see some movement, we need to see some volume, and we need to break at least above this July 2024 local top. If not, then it's possible, if that doesn't happen, it's possible we're going to be coming back down to this, downtrend in the long term. But hopefully that does not happen, as I do have GLMR and I understand the pain that everyone's going through, but you have to understand these times are for accumulating. These times are for picking out the projects you want to roll with until the end of the bull market. So if GLMR is one of those projects, this is still a good buying price, but I would advise not to go all in. Of course, this is by any means not a financial advice, but buying all in into any coin is not smart. So make sure you avoid doing that. Let's switch over to the weekly. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content. And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. So we're on the weekly chart, and we did set up this Fibonacci retracement, I believe, during our previous video. So from the bottom in August 2024 to the top in March 2024, we have a minimal target of 85 cents. And I think we set this up assuming this would be the local bottom. Obviously, we did not know that at the time, but we briefly lost this October-September 2023 low. We dropped below the blue support block, unfortunately, but for the most part, we held this area here. So it's not too bad. It's not crucial. We can still manage, and as long as we start an uptrend here, we should be good to go. Now, we don't have any volume. That's what we need to see. We need to break above the 20 EMA here on the weekly, and we need to have some volume coming in. Once we have some volume, then we can assume that this is a proper breakout out of this downtrend. And of course, after we break the local top at 59 cents, we could be targeting 85 cents, which matches nicely with the top from August 2022, which we haven't even broken above yet, and that is a major level that a lot of altcoins are way past. GLMR unfortunately is way below it. So technically speaking, GLMR is still in its bear market downtrend, and this, descending broadening wedge. And at some point, we're gonna have to break out of this if we want to have a bullish bull market for this token specifically. We'll see what the Polkadot ecosystem has in store for us. The Polkadot coin DOT isn't doing anything at the moment. So I believe once that picks up, we might have some movement for these Polkadot ecosystem projects. And once the markets start rallying, we might have more updates regarding the Polkadot 2.0 updates and how are those going along. If you want to take a look at a breakdown of the entire Polkadot 2.0 update, there will be a video linked down below in the description, so make sure to check that out. Let's take a look at the oscillators, and we can see that the stochastic is approaching the overbought here, but this is a short to mid-term indicator, so we don't really focus on this too much if we're looking for a long-term trade. But if you're in this for a short to mid-term trade, then I would suggest you look at the 20 EMA and the 0.236 as your local resistance. This could reject us, and you could have a good opportunity to take some profits at roughly 21 cents. This has been our support previously back in June 2023. And once you see the stochastic RSI topping up here, and if we're running into the 20 EMA on the weekly, that could be an indicator for us to take profits. The RSI is still in this sideways channel here, so it's not doing anything. Not a lot to cover with GLMR. Like I said, this is going to be a brief update. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what are your expectations from GLMR within the realms of this bull market. Are you still hoping for $5, or do you think it's going to break that? Stay safe and goodbye.